You're listening to the Artist King podcast.
Welcome to the Artist King podcast, episode 36. I am your host, DTM, and this week we feature an artist interview with Expressionist artist Mr. Wade A. Harrison. Born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, Mr. Wade has been deep into the art scene, from the bedsheets to the walls onto paper. Mr. Wade has used his art as a way of expression and release of his emotions. Mr. Wade is heavily influenced by the Black Power movement and hip-hop. Ask him about the golden age of hip-hop, and he knows his stuff. Now living and working in ATL, Mr. Wade is a regular at various art functions around town, as well as leaving his mark in the historic Krog tunnel. Mr. Wade still finds time to travel back to Toledo and participate in street art and exhibitions. Check out more of the art of Expressionist artist Mr. Wade A. Harrison at wadeaharrison.com and on social media at Instagram.com/Wade_A_Harrison_art page. Artist King podcast theme music by Mix Manny and the Southside Sickest. Check them out, please, at southsidesickest.com and on soundcloud.com/MixMannyBeats. In 2015, Artist King has teamed up with lucom.com to sponsor a select number of artists and award them a website from Denominator Graphics at a significantly reduced price. The list of available websites is short, so first come, first serve. Payment plans are available. This award is open to artists who do not have a website. Check out the special tabs at denominatorgraphics.com. A special thanks to our sponsors, the law offices of Deborah Gonzalez Esquire, VelocityScreenPrint.net, RevolveSkate.com, Lucom.com, and denominatorgraphics.com. We want to send out a special shout out to OHub at Giant for sponsoring the upcoming Black Book Conversations that start up again February 16. It's a free meetup, so I hope to see you there. Level up your art life in 2015. Check out the upcoming events, classes, meetups, workshops, and resources at www.artistking.org. Artist King is committed to empowering artists and entrepreneurs through education, community, and connections. Now on to the Artist King podcast artist interview featuring Mr. Wade A. Harrison. This is DTM, sitting with SWADE, Mr. Wade Harrison, Expressionist artist, and we're chilling at Hodgepodge, so that's why you're gonna hear the background noises and the music and stuff. All right, how you doing, Wade?
Doing good, man. Yourself?
Always chilling like a villain.
Always chilling like a villain.
I wanted to tell people your name and where you're from and what you do. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's on.
Oh.
It's all right.
Toledo, Ohio. Living in Atlanta, Georgia. Been here 6 years. Full-time job is working for a soft drink company. I ain't saying the name of it. My passion is art. That's what I do.
Right. So what kind of art do you do?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Because I see you using pastels.
Yeah.
You use fat markers.
Yep. Pens.
And acrylics.
Yep.
I've never seen you do oils. Do you do oils?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You
just ain't did it in a while.
You open the windows in the house?
Yeah. Just ain't did it.
Or you do it outside?
Got to do it in the house. But I haven't did it in a while.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff do you paint and draw?
Subject matters varies. Mostly music-oriented things like jazz, reggae, hip-hop, funk. So whatever my mood is at that time.
And but usually musicians and people.
Yeah, musicians and people still.
Is that how the expressionist part of your nickname comes in?
No, expressionist is is a style, man. It's just the way you apply the medium that you're working on. I mean, it's like not just it's just a way you apply the medium. So it's not no.
Oh, is that wild style?
Yeah, it's just the way you apply things. So yeah, like wild style, which is graffiti style, where everything just goes all over the place and stuff like that. So
all the colors are mixed in together, but they kind of stand out to make the shape of something.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Now you finally figured it out. Finally figured it out after all these years.
And I actually
the mystery's been told. Now I have to kill you.
How'd you find that style work for you?
Just like I say, I'm more of a freestyle artist, so I don't conform to any kind of certain style. So I just do whatever that my mood is. If it's something that's wild, I need to do it. I just do it. Just add stuff to it, and just experiment.
So, and that's what expressionist style allows you to do, to experiment and try things out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, some art is very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can do that too, but like I say, I choose to do this.
Yeah, you want to be free. I got you. So, tell me a little bit about why the music influences are in your art. How'd that come about? Were you always into music? What came first, music or art, in your life?
Everything, basically saying as a child, you always hear all the different things, like when your parents playing music and stuff. So my mom was like in the Motown, and my father's in the blues, and like I said, at the time when I was in high school, which was in the 80s and stuff, hip hop had just started. Junior high, middle school, hip hop had just started. Coming out of the boroughs of New York and stuff. So I just started following those trends and stuff. So, and then like I say, I was getting into reggae at the same time as hip hop and stuff. So,
and that inspired you to express yourself with your art.
Yeah.
And did you start drawing like rappers or?
No, I back then I was doing like more superhero stuff and comic book stuff and. More like black militant things like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and all that.
Okay. What kind of comic book heroes were you drawing, and which were your favorite?
Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Hulk, Spider-Man. Not so much, not really too much DC stuff, just mostly Marvel stuff.
What? DC's the best.
Nah, man, Marvel's the best. Marvel was more mature for mature people.
Oh yeah.
Whereas back in them days before Frank Miller took over Batman, and they changed the whole DC universe. DC was more corny and it's like wasn't like because Marvel had a lot of adult themes, like Iron Man was an alcoholic and just different things like that. That was like more for. It wasn't too over the top.
More thought-provoking?
Yeah. They dealt with racism and all that kind of stuff with Marvel and stuff. So,
all right. That attracted your attention?
Well, I mean, I was always in the comic books anyway.
Really?
So, but like I said, I always like those characters out of those Marvels at the time because it was more dark.
Yeah. And what did that appeal to you? Was your growing up dark? How was it growing up in Toledo?
Yeah, it was interesting. Like I say, growing up, things were pretty. As a kid, everything was cool because, like I said, it really wasn't a real big bad drug problem at the time. It really wasn't like gangs, nothing like that when I was growing up. And as time went on, with the crack problem and stuff like that, that's when the city started changing demographically and things, and the economy changed the city and stuff. So. But at the time as a kid, it was a good time growing up,
In the 70s?
Yeah, in the 70s and 80s and stuff.
So what did growing up and going to school, did you show much artistic ability in school?
Yeah, especially back when I was doing graffiti.
Oh, you were doing graffiti?
Yeah.
Vandalizing?
No, man. I was expressing myself as a youth. I was a rebel. It's my excuse now. I'll stick by it.
Okay, that's your story.
Yeah.
And so you were doing graffiti, and did you think that there was a career in this passion, or you just think about it?
No, at the time it was a thing that I just was doing because it was everybody was doing something back then. Either you was breakdancing, you was rapping, or whatever they was doing, DJing and things. But like I say, that was my thing. I was always drawing anyway, so that was the thing I fell for was the graffiti part of it. And like I say, when I never thought it was gonna go any further than where I was at, because I was I was in Toledo, so I was trying to think of my future. So I wanted to be a graphic designer when I was in high school. So but just graffiti was a thing that I was just doing, as a passion, but it was just something to do, and just being able to stand out from everybody else.
Because everybody's doing something, so you said you had to pick something, or otherwise if you don't pick something creative, then you're just another part of the crowd.
Yeah, for the most part. So everybody knew me for my for my graffiti and stuff and my artwork.
And you wanted to go into graphic design.
Yeah.
So what was the next step when you were in high school? What'd you do?
Started looking at going to art school, looking at schools and stuff, and I picked the Art Institute of Pittsburgh.
Why?
Because it was close to home. I didn't really want to go too far.
Yeah.
So, I it was an opportunity to get out of Toledo. So, and Pittsburgh was a nice sized city, and it was I liked it when I first went there to visit. So that's why I chose that school.
So you applied, and did you choose? I don't know how. I've never been to college, so I don't know what happens. Do you choose a major or a track that you're going to follow?
Yeah. You say I wanted to be an illustrator and product designer. And like I say, that was my major was illustration and product design and stuff.
So what did you create? What were some of the projects you had to create in
we
school?
did spot illustrations for spot illustrations for magazines and stuff. Did storyboards. Did designs for magazine labels. I mean, not labels, but magazine articles and stuff. Mock-ups and stuff.
Yeah. Did you and all this was by hand, because was there Photoshop and Illustrator in the schools?
They just started introducing Photoshop and the Mac and stuff in '89. That was the year I graduated.
Oh, really? You missed it.
88. It was 88, 89 when they first introduced it. They first started introducing the Mac into the programs for graphic design and stuff.
So when you come out, did you find a job in graphic design?
Nope. Got out, came home, got married the first time. I had an internship, this ad agency in Toledo called Telford Cooper, and we, did a lot of stuff for different companies around Northwest Ohio. And they couldn't afford to keep me on because at the time it was changing. They was just starting to change they format as far as the work they was doing. So they needed somebody that had more experience with computers and stuff, and I didn't have that at the time. So, and they was starting to lay people off. So
there was no work for the artist or the designer.
No. I mean, you had them skills. You could still get a job. But like I said, I didn't have enough experience to keep me on. So, but I was just glad they gave me opportunity to be in there and stuff. So they paid me too. So paid internship. I'm saying paid internship.
So what do you do instead? How you fulfill your artistic side?
Well, like I said, at the time, I was married, my first marriage and stuff, and I had, I was involved in a lot of art groups in Toledo, and we did shows and stuff, and we did a lot of stuff around Toledo and stuff. Did a lot of stuff for the community and stuff. And then so that was part of my thing to keep me artistically creative at that time. And then after my first marriage, fell apart.